Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video onto the channel. Barcelona are La Liga champions. They are the campeones in Spain, and it feels so good because the objectives have been accomplished. The objectives that a lot of culés, a lot of Barcelona fans had in the beginning of the season, that you know to with the least expectations, a Champions League semi-finals and a domestic double. That was the expectations that a lot of fans had, and it exceeded. We got a domestic treble instead of a double, and we got a Champions League semi-finals. And I know a lot of people are still feeling bad about it, but honestly, bro, this the domestic treble is also very good, and we could have done much better. We all know we could have done much better in the Champions League, but let the bygones be bygones. We have to move forward. Let's move forward. Let's be happy with this domestic treble. Hansi Flick is the second manager in Barcelona history to win a domestic treble in his first season. How many amazing coaches came to Barcelona? Luis Enrique, Cruyff, Xavi, Rijkaard. You could maybe give a benefit of a doubt to Valverde. But from all of them, it's been only Guardiola and it's been Hansi Flick to win a treble in their very first season. So congratulations, first of all, to Hansi Flick and the team. What a season this has been. What a team they have built. But we're going to be talking about all of that, the season stuff later. But let's talk about the Barcelona Espanyol match. How did Barcelona beat Espanyol? How did we manage to win against them? We're going to be discussing about that. So without further ado, let's get into the discussion. So let's start off with the starting 11 of both the teams. So let's start off with Barcelona. Szczesny in goal, their backline Gerard Martin, Christensen, Araujo, Eric Garcia. They had a pivot to Pedri de Jong. They had a front three, Rafinha, Olmo, Lamine, and their striker was Lewandowski. Now talking about Espanyol's 11. Now their 11, the formation was pretty much like ours because Juan Garcia was in goal. Their backline Romero, Cabrera, Kumbula, and El Hilali. Their pivot two Lozano, Gonzalez. Their front three Puado, Exposito, Roca, and their striker was Fernandez. Now, although you guys saw that we are playing a similar 11 in terms of formation, right? But I think when you look at the tactics, check a look at this. This was not the way how the match went, because Espanyol went with something like this: a 5-2-3 formation in a compact way. So Barcelona, right? If the way how they were playing was basically Lewandowski, he was here, Rafinha was here, Yamal was here. Lewandowski is a little bit more up. You can have Olmo here, Pedri here, Frankie, Eric, Gerard, and Araujo. Christensen will actually switch them up. So this was how Barcelona were attacking in that first half. But this formation that Espanyol was playing was so compact that Barcelona literally couldn't make much clear chances because it was so difficult to play through the middle. I mean, that's how Barcelona really like to operate with Pedri, right? And also Yamal. When he gets the ball, he usually either tries to dribble through or he tries to occupy these spaces, like cut in and either give like a through ball or something to Lewandowski, maybe combine with Olmo. But they literally had such a compact 11 or the formation that it was really difficult for our creators to do anything. And when you talk about Yamal as well, Yamal couldn't even cut in because Romero was on him, Puado from behind, so it was a 2v1 situation. Yamal couldn't go here. It was really difficult for Yamal. And even Pedri, while he was trying to operate for the midfield, right? He's trying to control the midfield. It was really difficult. He couldn't do much. It was so compact in the middle. One more thing that happened was that Frankie de Jong was actually dropping a little bit deeper, like around these spaces because Espanyol were actually going with a counter-attack strategy, and their attacking from their the way they used to attack was pretty much that. So they wanted to, I mean, Flick wanted to have Frankie a bit down, like a bit over this side, to give some defensive solidarity. So Barcelona really couldn't do much in attack in the first half. They had some chances, three, four, some chances, but it was Espanyol that actually had most of the clear, close chances. In their counterattacks, they used to have Fernandez, Roca, Puado, and Exposito transitioning. And these four players were really going crazy when it comes to transitions. The combinations that were happening between Exposito and Fernandez, you know, Puado also receiving the ball from Exposito, Roca also making those runs behind. These guys were just going crazy. And that's why Espanyol, like, I think the strategy was pretty good actually from the coach, that they knew that, you know what, let's not allow Barcelona to operate from the middle. That's where they really like to operate. So let's close them there and let them lose the ball, and let's launch the ball high. Let's go high. Let's go counter attack. And they actually had a lot more closer chances than Barcelona in the first half. But Barcelona were good in terms of containing them. So that's why the score ended as 0-0. Literally, no team scored in the first half. But before we end off the first half analysis, few shouts to some players. Christensen, this guy, one request that I want to give to Barcelona board: please invest on this guy. This guy is such an asset for Barcelona. He strengthens the defense in any shape or form. Distributing the ball, done. Defending, done. Pace, done. It's just like, I hope Barcelona do not sell him in summer and actually invest in him. Put him on those treatment plans that you did for the likes of Pedri, the likes of Kunde. Put him in those plans, because if he is not injury prone, he can be such a valuable asset for Barcelona. So I hope Barcelona really understands that. Pedri as well. This game in the first half, he really was trying to operate those spaces. Frankie as well, I would like to give a shout as well as a bit of a complaint, because he was doing well in terms of dropping, trying to give that defensive solidarity. But when we were attacking, the passes that he was making to not even to Olmo, like, those risky passes. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking even to like Pedri, or like, sometimes when Pedri used to come here, Frankie used to go there. The passes to Rafinha, really rough. Because we were losing possession because of that. And then there were chances coming up from, of course, Espanyol. So Frankie is like a miss or hit for me. But yeah, for the defensive solidarity, I would like to give him a bit of a shouts. And that's pretty much it, honestly, because every other player was locked. So I'm going to talk about this guy right here in second half, because I really want to talk about him. So let's get into the second half analysis. Now, talking about the second half. So how did the second half go for Barcelona? Well, the second half went well because there was actually a big mistake that the Espanyol coach did. So you see, what happened in the first half was that Espanyol were defending well. They defended really well, that literally Barcelona couldn't have too many clear chances, right? So I don't know, for some reason, right, the coach, instead of still keeping the 5-2-3 formation, he switched up to a 4-3-3 formation. I cannot be asked why, because see, it's not even that with the 5-2-3 formation they were not attacking. They had more closer chances than Barcelona, and for some reason the coach decided, you know what, let's change up. Let's change our place. Let's go with the 4-3-3 formation. And Barcelona, attacking wise, well, the players were pretty much in the areas. Now you can see a bit of different names, right? I'm going to be just saying you guys about it in short. So basically, I added all of the substitute players in this 11. I'm going to be telling you the time zones and everything, where which player came, like Balde and Kubarsi, right? They both came immediately before the second half started, because Araujo had apparently some discomfort down the knee area. And of course, Gerard Martin went because Balde had to come in. Gavi, I think him and Hector Ford came together towards the end, like a little bit later, like 77th minute. And then Fermin Lopez came like around like 65th minute around. So those are the time zones. But I just kept them here for the sake to make you guys like understand as to what really Barcelona were doing. Um, if I'm going to say Levy's going to be here, Eric Garcia over here, right? So you guys get the gist, right? But so yeah, so basically what will happen, right, is that they decided to go with the 4-3-3 formation, and that actually allowed spaces, spaces, and spaces for our creators. And that is where the game really turned away, because this was the half where Barcelona single handedly scored 2 goals. Both the goals of the match were scored in the second half. I don't know why the coach really did that, but I mean, whatever the case was, Barcelona played their game. They were able to play through the central, give the ball to Yamal. Yamal was able to dribble through. Yamal was able to cut in. Everything was happening after this change of formation. Simple as that. So that really explains the best as to why the second half went really well. But let's talk about the goals though that came on the second half. So the first goal was scored around the 52nd minute by Barcelona. Over here you can see Frankie had the ball, right? And he gave the ball to Yamal. Again, look at what's happening here. Look at the space that Yamal had. Those who watched the first half, you guys know that when Yamal was here, Puado was instantly jumping him over like this areas. So he was not able to cut in, dribble, nothing. But now look at what's happening. Yamal had the ball and he gave a through towards Olmo, like a flick, you can say, right? Flick towards Olmo, and Olmo again passed back to Yamal. And Yamal, with all of the space that was here in the middle areas, he dribbled through, dribbled, continued dribbling. He had an opportunity to shoot, and an amazing, amazing shot from Lamine Yamal, top left bins, scoring the first goal for Barcelona. And just cold celebration, Jude Bellingham celebration by Lamine Yamal. And the thing is that the fact that, you know what's more crazy is that not the fact that he's doing Jude's celebration, but also doing this in front of the Espanyol fans to piss them off. I mean, that's just big balls move. I mean, the Espanyol fans are so hostile towards Barcelona. It's a Catalonia derby, right? Both places, Espanyol and Barcelona, they hate each other. They're so hostile against each other. And you see Yamal doing here, taking a piss at them. This guy, the balls, this guy just is a different breed. I don't even know what to explain to him. Now, this wasn't the goal, actually, the second goal for Barcelona, but this was actually the turning point for Barcelona. There was a red card given to Espanyol. So over here, Yamal, he had the ball, right? Like he was going towards the ball. So the Espanyol defender was trying to get the ball away. He was trying to have some physical presence. And so what he did was that he pushed his arm behind to have basically Yamal to like stop, right? To physically stop him to get the ball, for him to get the ball. So I bet maybe it seemed like he actually, instead of stopping, he actually hit Yamal on his abdomen, which is what Yamal felt, and he fell down. And then after that, there was a VAR check for it. VAR confirmed it was a red card to Espanyol. Now, I want to know from you guys, do you guys think this was actually a red card? I don't know. I'm pretty conflicted on this. I don't know if really it was a red card, but it was given as a red card though. So let me know down in the comment section below. What do you guys think about this? But this indeed turned out to be the second goal for Barcelona, the winning goal to end things off, to make Barcelona campeones. Rafinha from the left-hand side gave the ball to Fermin. Fermin, by the way, started off as a number 9, as you saw in the tactics, right? That was pretty interesting. But Fermin received the ball. He dribbled very well, getting away from the Espanyol player. Still had the ball. There was a tackle in, but he still kept the ball, gave the ball to Yamal. Yamal also was getting tackled in. He also did really well keeping the ball, gave a nice through ball, dodging those 3 Espanyol players. It goes towards Fermin. Fermin with first touch shot to the bottom left corner, giving Barcelona the winner of this match. And that is exactly how Barcelona versus Espanyol ends. Well, that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this match review. So happy for Barcelona. And soon I'm going to be uploading a video again. So over there, we're going to be discussing about the leagues and everything. Yeah, like, the season of Barcelona, so much to talk about how this season went, who are the amazing players. But just before I end this video, I just wanted to talk about the pre-match stuff that happened. So as you guys know, Espanyol and Barcelona fans were really hostile to each other. Not were, they always are hostile to each other. So what happened before the match was actually that there was a driver, a Catalonian driver, right? So the Barcelona fans were going through the stadiums. It was a very hostile environment, and the driver, who was actually a woman, crashed onto the Barcelona fans, and they got injured. They were sent to hospitals. This happened before the match, and it's really unfortunate, like really unfortunate stuff. And I just really wanted to share this to you guys because, I mean, even after the match was done, Barcelona players were not able to celebrate. They had to quickly go to the locker room. Hansi Flick quickly told the players that go back to the locker room. They even sprinkled water onto the pitch, which was kind of crazy. They did not allow Barcelona to celebrate in the stadium. But you know what? The league is ours. We are the campeones. And, well, it's the hostility will continue between Espanyol and Barcelona, but the celebrations will hopefully continue in the upcoming years as well. But this is where the match review truly ends. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to stay tuned for my upcoming videos as well. So excited to upload them. Barcelona are the campeones, domestic treble. After so many years, we have actually won a treble. It's been almost 10 years, if I remember, because last time we won at 2015. So it's been 10 years since Barcelona won a treble. And with that, I'm a sign off. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Forza Bar.